G'day guys, welcome back to the Devon Too Good Investing channel. Man, crypto just had one rough day. Look at this, Bitcoin down, just about 17%, and I believe on some exchanges it got down to like $41,000 per Bitcoin. And look, it's now sitting at 47,000. We can see Ethereum down 15%. Cardano, all you ADA bulls out there, we're at $1.33. This is down just about 20% today, and I saw it down, about 25% earlier today. XRP, down just about 25%. Earlier today, I saw this down over 30%. But if we scroll down the list, you just see like DOT pretty much got wrecked. AVAX, Terra, down pretty decently. You can see our meme coins are down. Good riddance, I say. But just all across the board, pretty much everything's at least 15% down. Some altcoins there's down as much as like just about 30%. So it's safe to say this is probably the worst capitulation day we've had since March of 2020. But let's talk about where my mind's at with this. So historically, whenever crypto has had a day like this, it's always represented an opportunity. Days like this test your emotional endurance and your conviction behind what you own. If this is like terrifying to you, look, this is, I wouldn't say this happens every day in crypto, but if you've been in the crypto space for anything more than a few years, you'll know that, it's not unnormal for Bitcoin and the rest of the market to fall, 10+% in a day. Anything above sort of 15% in a day is pretty, I would say it happens, let's just say it doesn't happen all that often, but it definitely does happen, and then sort of drops, especially in Bitcoin, more than 20%. That's pretty much a rarity in one day. But you just gotta stick to your conviction, stick to your strategy. Bitcoin's still the same as what it was, yesterday and the day before and the week before. It is still providing the same value. Same with a lot of these altcoins. If you believe in a project, just because it falls 15% a day doesn't mean that the project is no longer good. But pretty much, let's jump over to TradingView and let's talk about some levels. So we've got the Bitcoin weekly chart up here, and these blue lines represent where Bitcoin has in the past held the 20-week moving average. So the red line here is the 20-week moving average, and the green line is the 21-week EMA. And in the past, pretty much every time, as you can see where this blue line is, when the price of Bitcoin holds the 20-week moving average, it never, ever in the history of Bitcoin has fallen below it again. So we can see like it held the 20-week moving average back in September at about $41,000, about anywhere between 40 and 41,000. That's where it held support last time, and you can see we had a wick down today to about 42,000. So this trend right now remains true. If we look back sort of in the past, man, it's a bit laggy here, but if we look back in the past, you'll see here we held the 20-week moving average as support. This was back in September of 2020 before we had that massive run-up. And what do you know? We never, ever came back down to these levels. And, we can carry on. So this is back in March time of 2019. You can see that we were below the 20 week. We came up above it. We tested it as support, and look what happened. We ran and we ran and we ran, and we never came back to it again. And we almost went back below it here. This was in the pandemic crash in March of 2020. But you can see we had a wick down, but we never went any lower. And this trend continues. So if we go all the way back to, this is July of 2017, you can see that we came up, we came back down, we held the 20-week moving average as support, and we never ever went below these levels again. And this is back when Bitcoin was $1,875. But this trend still continues, right? You see where this is going. We come down, we test the 20-week as support. This was back in March of 2017 when Bitcoin was less than $1,000. We never ever saw these prices again. Now, just to push the point forward, we're just going to try this out one more time. Actually, no, 2 more times. Why not? We come up, we hold the moving average, the 20-week moving average is support. We never, ever come back down again. One more time. We come up, we come up, we come back down, we hold it as support. This was back when Bitcoin was $368, back in February, January of 2016. And that was the last time we ever saw that price. So if we go back to where we are now, man, it's a bit laggy. We'll get there though. We have fallen below the 20-week moving average on the weekly time frame. This generally indicates, bearish sentiment. So, the way I define bearish and bullish in crypto is if we're above the 20-week, we're bullish. If we're below the 20-week, we're bearish. That doesn't mean that it has to be a 2-year bear market for it to be bearish. It just, for me, it just means that we're below the 20 weeks. So pretty much where I'm going to be looking at is, can we get back above our 20-week moving average before the weekly close? That will be, for you Australians, it'll be Monday morning. For you, Americans, round about Sunday night. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get above. If we can get above and hold it as support, then we might be off to the races with a second leg. If we don't, then we're gonna have to find a new level of support, and Bitcoin and the rest of the market will probably fall. So if I flick on this is the 50-week moving average. This is actually quite an interesting moving average now. So let me just turn off the 20-week. So you can see back in July of 2021, this is where we found a bottom after our massive run up from 64K, when we fell about 50% down to 20. Well, we actually held it as support at about 31K. But once we hit this level, this provided support to the market, and that actually fueled the next sort of move up. And we can see here, if you ignore the wick and only focus on the weekly close, right now we are sitting right on that 50-week moving average. So this is our next line of defense if we don't get back above our 20-week by the end of the week. If we don't hold the 50-week, well, the next sort of major level, in my opinion, we're probably looking at the 100-week, and this is all the way down at $28,883 at the time of this recording, obviously this will keep moving up with time. So, but if we, in the case that we came back down and had to test the 100 week, we might be up sort of like around sort of like 30, maybe about 30k, not much higher than that. I was probably going out a little too far over here in terms of time frames, but anyway, the point is, there's no need to sort of like panic just yet. I mean, if we fell below this blue line here, which is where we held the support at the 20 week last time, let me just turn that on. If we fell below this level here, this blue line, well, I would be a little bit worried, because this would be breaking trend, a trend that we've held for the last sort of 5 years. So yeah, that would be concerning. That might spell sort of, that could potentially be the end of the bear market if we do fall below, the end of the bull market, possibly end of the cycle. It means something is structurally different about the market. But look, unless we like close below this level on a weekly time frame, going up perpetually, no need to be like too concerned just yet. And I'm just going to stick to my strategy of DCAing. But anyway, guys, hope you appreciated this update. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and have a good one.